when I was in high school, I wanted to focus more on film and all that stuff and filmmaking, and that's what I did for 2 years in 11th and 12th grade. Did a filmmaking course in this thing called Wilson Tech, which is a BOCES, which is basically like a trade school for that, where I spent like 4 hours a day there, and then went back to my regular school and all that. But I remember a time when, I mean, there were a few projects that unfortunately that I wrote that never, became, films and all that stuff that I thought were really great stuff that, I did work like hours on, But one story for some reason that came back, and I looked on my Google Docs and I still have it. And I think you might like this because, we've talked about the group Hall and Oates before. And basically in senior year, when I was like 17, I was listening to like the Hall and Oates song "She's Gone," and I listened to it on the bus going to Wilson Tech in the morning because it was a bus that would take me there, and I was listening to it, and I listened to this like a few times and all that stuff, and like every time more and more there was this mental story that was coming into my mind. It was like this mental movie, and it was just like it was becoming more real and real each time that I decided that, what, shit, I gotta write this down into like a music video. I gotta see if I can make a music video out of this. So I went down, like I was at my grandparents' house, went on their computer, and I started typing away, and I put the song on to, use it as a guide again and all that. And this story just poured out from listening to the beginning lyrics, and not the 3-minute radio version. It was like the full 5-minute version. And I could and this whole story came to me naturally, and it was one of the few that really did that as a, filmmaking wise. Of course I did like a few films before that, but it was really something that was like, I felt like sort of like, you know something truly creative in a sense that I did, that I was happy about, that I wish I got a chance to do, but it was also going to be a full big process that was just didn't seem like it was like I did not have the resources or the budget to do it the way I wanted to do it. But it was just this story of like basically, if it was basically the story of the son about a bad breakup and all that stuff, and just having to deal with the fact that their girlfriend is gone and they're no longer with them anymore. And but I don't know, it brought back to me a lot of stuff of that, like how powerful that song was to me, that it was able to give me this big vision at, even, and it's hard to believe that I wrote that at 17. Like when I'm looking back at it, I'm like, wow, I can't believe like I wrote that like, like 6 years ago.